taken to dropping in at Nick's new house at random times, just for a beer or coffee or to hang out. Nick knew he was checking up on him. It bugged him and made him roll his eyes, and he'd never in a million years admit that it struck him square in the heart. Wouldn't miss the birthday party. Big 3-0. Dude, you're practically retirement age. Halsey snorted. This was an exaggeration, but not by that much. The average age in the NHL was now something like 27, which was Nick's age. Sure, there were guys who were older than that still playing, but it seemed like the league was getting younger and younger. Yeah, not ready for retirement yet. Just working my ass off to get back to playing. I'm good for another 10 years at least, he boasted. He could be right. When Halsey's wife had been diagnosed with cancer a couple of years ago, he'd taken some time off from the game, and it had turned into more than a season after she'd passed away. He'd needed that time, but it had definitely set him back when it came to playing one of the most grueling sports in the world. Halsey had worked hard to get back in shape. He'd made an amazing comeback and was keeping up with kids a lot younger than him. Nick had mad respect for Halsey's determination and dedication. Help yourself to food. Kendra waved a hand at the dining table loaded with platters and bowls of all kinds of snacks. Nick grinned at the balloons above the table that read Dirty 30. Fitting. Kendra grinned. I thought so. Nick moved over to the table and picked up a plate. He selected a few items, some meatballs, veggies, bacon-wrapped scallops. Those stuffed mushrooms looked awesome, so he grabbed a couple of those, too. He moved to a corner of the room, standing by himself as the party went on. Movement at his feet caught his attention, and he glanced down to see Molly, Halsey's puppy. She sat gazing up at him with big brown puppy eyes, tongue hanging out of her mouth. Hi, dog, he said. What do you want? The dog didn't answer. Food, huh? Sure, he could have a conversation with a dog. Why not? How about a meatball? He selected one of the small balls and held it up. Molly's ears perked, and her spine straightened. How are your catching skills? He tossed the meatball to the dog. She watched it hit the floor. Damn, needs some work, he murmured. Molly sniffed the meat, then scarfed it down, resuming her sitting pose to gaze at him imploringly once more. Nick bent to wipe the sauce off the hardwood floor with a paper napkin. Probably shouldn't do this, he muttered. But you're kind of cute. Try harder this time. He tossed a meatball again, and this time Molly caught it. Hey, good girl. He felt unreasonably pleased, considering he didn't really even like dogs, or cats, or kids, or adults for that matter. You probably shouldn't be feeding her people food. Nick started and glanced to his left, where a woman stood holding a glass of red wine. Busted. He eyed her. He didn't know who she was. Dating one of the young guys, maybe? He couldn't help but glance at her left hand. No ring. She was pretty enough, although big, dark-framed glasses hid half her face. Okay, not really. Looking closer, she had nice enough eyes behind the hipster glasses. Her mouth, though, was hot, full-lipped, with up-tilted corners. Messy brown waves brushed her shoulders as she shook her head. Don't worry, I won't rat you out. She smiled. It's meat. It won't hurt her. She looked down at Molly, still shamelessly begging. Molly, you're so cute. It's hard to resist giving you whatever you want. She handed the dog a little piece of cheese from the table. Hey. She gave him a mischievous smile. She's adorable. She set her drink down, bent, and picked up the puppy, cuddling her and letting her lick her chin. Aren't you adorable, you little mooch? He watched Molly lavish affection on the woman as if she knew her and loved her. Huh. I'm Jodie. The woman extended a hand. A friend of Kendra's. Right. He was a tool. Introductions were polite.